What's up, guys? Welcome back to Golf Simulator videos. We're back today with a huge update from Trackman. TPS 9.4 is here, and we're going to show you everything. So we've talked about some of these things. We haven't been able to demonstrate them here inside the studio yet. Here is the complete list. We're actually going to demonstrate all of them in just a second. So first thing first, one of the most exciting things I've been messing with is AI motion analysis. So I have a camera set up, I'll show you guys, where you can actually draw the lines on the video. It's just really, really cool stuff. Next up, this is something I actually haven't talked about much. Swing speed training is coming to the Trackman 4 unit. We'll probably do a separate video on that because today we're going to use the Trackman IO, but now you can do swing speed training without having to hit a ball with your Trackman 4. Another big one we talked about at the PGA show, the Performance Center. Man, practice with purpose. Wait until you see all the details inside of here on how you can set this up. I mean, I know one thing. I'm going to use this to improve parts of my game, especially like approach shots and the way that you can adjust everything. Wait till you check that out here in a second. Now, there's also a new game coming called Mystic Sands. We'll give you a quick preview of that. And then custom altitude practice. So not only can you just be on the range with custom altitude, but in the Performance Center as well. Now, this is a big one. I mean, a lot of people asked for this for a long time. Online peer-to-peer play. All right, you can see it in the lower right there. I'm actually have a video put together because this is something I'll have to arrange to actually show you guys live play in the studio. But I've got a little video I can show you here on how this works. So basically the way it works, you're going to use the QR code in the upper right with the Trackman app to log in. And if you don't have the app and you want to do a manual login, don't worry, you can do that too. But you definitely need to be logged in before starting. So go ahead and get yourself logged in. Once that's done, you'll see your username come up, and then now you can click in the lower right to that online tab. Once you click that, now you do need to connect with friends through the app. It's very simple to do. I have friends inside there, and then you can go into invite, and then you'll see your list of friends, and as long as they're online at that time, you'll be able to invite them to the game that you're hosting. You can see both people show up, they're online, select a course of your choice. All right, once you pick out that course that you want, you can go under game settings. You can set up the type of putting that you want, maybe the holes you're playing, everything along those lines. You'll see that both players are green and ready to go at that point, and then you can click start game. Now this is just like you're in the same studio playing. So you're gonna see, you're gonna hit your shot, they're gonna watch your shot, and then vice versa. You're gonna be able to see their shot go. You might wanna use Discord or FaceTime. That way you guys can communicate, maybe see inside of each other's studios. But seamless online play. I know so many people are asking for this, and it's easy to use. All right, so I know that they plan on continuing development on this, so make sure you share your feedback if you're using it, things you'd like to see. But I'll tell you what, for initial launch, it's really cool, easy to use, online peer-to-peer play. So let's just jump right in, all right, and show you guys. I'd like to start off with the Performance Center. It's just an awesome, awesome way to go out and practice with purpose. So under practice, you'll see this new layout. You'll see where it says Performance Center. It says improve your scoring through situational shot execution with strokes gained feedback. Now, you can go under game settings at this point, and that's where you could set up that custom altitude and fairway firmness, green firmness, etc. Once you do that, you'll hit start practice, and I'm actually going to take my camera down for a second because you guys are going to see how you can really hone this in. Not only are you able to enter ranges for distances, but you're also able to select custom targets and pin locations. Now you can let it do randomization for you, or you can select them. So maybe you're working on a specific part of your game. It really lets you kind of dial in any part that you want. So you'll see here, here's the distance from and to. All right, so let's say I'm really trying to work on that 60-yard shot, and it tends to vary, somewhere around 60 to 80 yards. That's my approach shot on a lot of, par fours, let's say. Shorter courses, easy approach shots, I need to get them tight. Now, I could set this to random for green layout. It's just gonna randomly select greens, and then it's gonna randomly select pin locations. But if I select custom, I can either choose a green, all right, we'll just choose number 5 here in the middle. I can let it do random pin locations, or I can select a pin location. So I'm kind of working on like a more back right pin that I need to get that within 10 feet and try to score birdie or par. All right, and I don't have to play interval either. I can actually turn that off and just do a set yardage. I didn't want to make sure that you guys know that that's available. But interval is really nice to do. We'll lower that back down. We can do 50 to 75. That's fine. Doesn't really matter. And then now we can hit confirm. It's going to take us out there. I'll put my video back up so you can see what's going on. I'm going to show you guys how this works. Now, something I want to point out that's pretty important. You have the option in the menu under game. See the game tab up there? You can get measured based on total or carry. So if you want the ball just to hit and stop wherever it's at and not move, you can do that. Just work strictly on carry, which is nice. Or you can work on total. If you're hitting those approach shots up there and you expect a little bit of backspin, to come into the target, you can do that and use total. So we'll just leave it on total for now. It's kind of cool seeing the backspin when you're hitting these shots up there. So 66 yards. It's all about landing it inside that circle if you want to gain strokes, and then it's going to deduct strokes depending on how far away from the target you are. Hopefully I gave that enough. Oh yeah. Right in the target, first shot? I didn't see that coming. Gained 0.4 on my first shot. I mean, this is kind of a weak part for me, I'm not going to lie. But what's cool about it is I could even select a pin and tuck it further into right and make it more challenging for myself. Let's say I ended up doing really well here. Then all I have to do is move it around to where I'm struggling, different distances, and focus on every single part of my game. That wasn't as quite a good contact. Just a little bit too far, spin back, and you'll see I'm out of there. Now watch what I lose. Now I'm only to 0.07 gained because I just lost 0.28 on that. Just a little bit too far. So I'm going to hit one more and then I'll kind of show you guys the summary. Really nice for dialing in. And you could set it up in a much wider range or farther distances. Like I said, pin locations. Oh, now that one I jumped on. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. It's all right. Just got a little quick at the top. Whenever I jump on one, tend to close the face down a little bit. You can see there, just not my best. And for no warm-up shots, I'm not going to complain. So now let's look at our summary. I ended up 0.02. Not going to complain. You can actually look at the per shots and aggregated. All right, both in the summary. Let's say you hit a bunch of different intervals. You can show all those. I was so close to break even. You're not seeing a whole lot on the graph there, which is kind of cool. You can see that I have it on a 10 by 10. You can see I'm getting measured by total, my elevation, and it's set for a distance around the pin for a tour and a male player. So really cool stuff. I could see myself just spending so much time on this. And you can see my strokes gained on different yardages as well over on the left-hand side down the bottom. I'll actually take my camera down real quick so you can see that. See how you can see each shot? So you could go down and look at each shot individually if you wanted to. All right, so we'll put our camera back up and we're gonna go back out. And you know what I'd like to show you guys first? Let's jump out to Mystic Sands to show you this just real quick. So you'll see here it says, uncover the creatures hiding in the hot and ever-changing desert. Great for family fun. It's just one of those things where I'm talking to so many coaches now that use these games to engage with their students. It's just awesome. I mean, it's so useful in so many different ways. Whether it's just the family getting together at a home golf simulator, you get the kids involved at a young age. I'll go ahead and skip the intro, try to make this video, brief for how much content we're covering here. Now, I'm using the Trackman IO today. I can aim inside the simulator, or you can just click on the screen and aim right at the target. The goal is to hit those targets and capture the creatures. Now there's a boost in the upper left, which I want to point out, which is really cool. So if I get one of my young daughters down here and they're having a tough time getting into that far target, I can hit the boost, helps them get it there. It's really cool. But let's see if we can actually hit a 45-yarder. If I hit that the right distance, wedges aren't doing too bad today. Right in the center, got myself a golden scarab. and I got my points, and I'm on to the next target. Now what's cool is as you collect the targets, there's like a sandstorm that comes through and creates new targets for you. So it's really engaging, makes it kind of like an actual engaging game with the kids. So gives them something really fun and you know, something to play for. All right, so now we're gonna go and we're gonna set up AI motion analysis. All right, so we're gonna go to shot analysis. We'll hit our 58-degree wedge, and what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to take down my camera, and I'm actually going to use that camera inside of the software. So there's my capture card. You'll see that come up. You'll see it's live now. And then what I'm going to do, I really wanted to demonstrate this for you guys, is I'm gonna change my shutter speed to be really fast, and you're gonna see that it's actually gonna mess up the DLP projector because it's not a 3LCD, it's a DLP, and it gets darker in here as well, so I need a swing camera now. Now, why did I do that? Why did I increase the shutter speed? Well, I did that because it allows you to freeze the image of the golf club. All right, everyone thinks it's frames per second that does that, and it's actually not, it's shutter speed. So I increased the shutter speed on my mirrorless camera back there, and it does, I think, 120 frames per second, nothing exotic, but wait till you see the results. So check this out. Not a bad shot. I mean, I'll tell you what, I'd take some of these wedge shots. I'm working really hard on my wedge game. So you'll see it says the camera other angle is not available. Okay, so what is it saying? Well, down the line's available. So I'm gonna select down the line, and you can see that it automatically knows it's down the line, and it automatically drew these lines on the video. I mean, it's wait till you see this. All right, I'm actually gonna click and drag. So here I am coming away. Pay attention to the dots on my hand. See the dots near my hand? Look at it, it's gonna draw the line all the way up. You're gonna see it come down and then all the way through. It's behind my body right now, but that AI knows based on the movement of my body, look where the hands come up. It's following them perfectly. And then coming right around, and there's my ending point. Now let's pay attention to the other areas. So let's look at my shoulders as they turn. Notice how it's perfectly dotted on both of my shoulders. And then now let's pay attention to this. Look at the hips. Even though it's down the line, you can actually see your hip movements all the way through the swing. So if you're looking at trying to get those hips fired at the right time, which I struggle with immensely, I could just be following that. Now, it's cool how it draws the circle around your head at the start point, and then it actually draws the blue line right to the kind of the back of your butt there. And then you can actually look at the movement through your swing. So how much does my head move? Where does it go? Where does the back, of my body go? Right at the edge of my butt there, my hips. All right. I mean, this is just, this is unbelievable. I'm really shocked at where all this has gone. I mean, it's just gone so far, so quick too, the development of everything. I'm just kind of leaving that camera up there for a second. We'll end on this note. I did so much to pack in the 9.4 update for Trackman without making it a 45-minute video. I hope this was really good for you guys to see a quick overview. Please comment below any questions that you have. Be more than happy to answer them. I know this was a lot in a short period of time, but I try to do that. That way you guys, can actually watch it in a reasonable amount of time. So make sure you like the video. Like I said, comment below any questions you have. And then as always, stay tuned because there'll be a lot more coming soon.